Hello, everyone. I'm Ty Huttenhoff, and today I'm speaking with Mohammed Faheem, candidate for Congress in Illinois 8th District Democratic Party primary, who has recently signed the term limits pledge for members of Congress.
Hi, Ty. Good to talk with you.
Mr. Faheem, why do you think term limits are important for elected officials?
The most important thing in running for public office is that you have to give service. You know, we have members of Congress in there for like 20, 30, 40 years sometimes. And the framers of our Constitution did not mean that office to be a lifetime career. Term limits are essential for bringing in new blood, new ideas to Congress to represent the people that are actually sending, a representative to Congress. And that is so important that we have to have term limits.
So my next question for you is, how can you expect Congress to vote for term limits, especially given today's political climate? It seems like it would be pretty challenging.
You got a point there. You got a point there, Ty, for sure. But here's the thing. In 1995, under pressure from the public, people like you and I, Congress did go ahead and they tried to pass a term limits bill. Okay, it passed 227 to 204. Unfortunately, it requires a supermajority to bring about a change like that. So it kind of, fell off the table after that. But now that people are more aware, and I'm glad you're talking about the current charged political climate. The political climate has always been charged. It's just like with today's media and 24-hour news cycle that we are in, we get to hear more about it. But the more people become educated, the more people become aware of why term limits are important, Congress will take a move on this. A number of people have already signed the term limits pledge, me being one of them. I'm the first one of the candidates, the declared candidates now in the Illinois primary, who has signed the term limits pledge. 3 terms in Congress, 2 terms in the Senate. And then you go back to live under the laws that you helped to pass. I mean, if you look at what is happening in Congress now, it is ridiculous. So much partisanship, so much bickering, so much fighting. Yeah, term limits will put an end to that.
Great, thank you. And my final question for you is, some people might say, aren't elections themselves a form of term limits? I mean, today, if someone doesn't like an elected official, they can simply just vote them out.
Well, I'm laughing and chuckling at that. See, that's what they want you to believe, okay? Oh, elections themselves are term limits. Look at the current and former Congress people. People who are in Congress have a 94% chance of getting reelected. Why do you think that is? They are supported by lobbyists. They're supported by this, corporations and super PACs and all of that. They want to have their person in there to help pass laws for them, not for the people that you're actually supposed to go and represent. So yeah, it's it is ridiculous that people have gone up to the point where they say that, oh, that's what they want you to believe, though. Okay, elections themselves are term limits; they can be voted out. The current congressman that I am going against in the 8th district, he's completing his 3rd term. Now he's running for his 4th term. You know how much money he has in his campaign fund? Take a guess. Okay, the last FEC filing that he showed, $12 million. Now that is more than the combined campaign funds of the 2 state senators, Dick Durbin and Tammy Duckworth. Now you tell me, has somebody gotten to this congressman? Just in this first quarter now, he has already raised more than $1.5 million. Think about those numbers, Ty. People like me and others who want to get into public service. I mean, we have to, scrounge and scramble and beg and borrow from our family and friends in order to get, name recognition. And while this guy and people like him in general, I'm not really picking on one person over here, members of Congress, they use our money to have these, weekly or monthly Zoom meetings now to give, quote unquote, updates as to what they've been doing in Congress. They are constantly on the media, in the media, on the newspapers, on the television, whatever, their face is constantly out there. So yeah, sure. I mean, elections themselves, are term limits. Come on. It's not a level playing field. I'm sorry, it's not. Elections themselves can never be a form of term limits. The field is not level.
Well, great. Thanks for that information. It's definitely something, for us to consider. I just want to say thank you again for your time and being here this evening and talking with me. It's been interesting. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Faheem.
Thank you, Ty. It's been my pleasure. And I hope that more people get to see and watch this and listen to the message over here. Folks, it is our country. Let us take it back. We have had enough of career politicians. Thank you again, Ty, for getting me on.
Thank you.